Hey guys, welcome back to Human Condition. This video is another video in our psychology series. This video is "Do You Survive Homelander" from The Boys. So this should be a pretty interesting one. I actually haven't seen this show yet, but I've been wanting to watch it a lot. I've seen a lot of clips from it, and in this video, I'm going to talk about how I think you could survive Homelander, and how I think maybe I could survive Homelander. That might just be wishful thinking, but how I could survive Homelander. But not only survive him, but turn him into a better person. I want you to know it sounds crazy, but I think it's possible, even though he's a kind of horrendous in the show, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, in this video, there'll be two parts. The first part, the psychology of Homelander, and the second part, how do you survive Homelander? So yeah, first part, the psychology of Homelander. Homelander, in my opinion, is a textbook narcissist. No offense to the really people who are narcissists who suffer from that and try to be a good person. He's a textbook version of the worst type of narcissist. Example of it. This is because, sadly, he was raised without parents, and he was kind of taught that he's not good enough just being who he is. So he always did this purposefully so they could control the superhero that is Homelander. So they always kind of put him down and didn't make him feel good for who he is, and kind of made them rely on him, rely on them, and validation came from his social persona that he had to uphold, and that Vault orchestrated for him. And this social persona he hated also. So he hated himself and he hated this social persona that he had, but he felt like he had to uphold that social persona. And that's kind of what made him kind of narcissistic in a way, because he usually, one of the key traits is not actually liking oneself, but pretending they do and trying to seek validation and intimidation from other people. So then the question is, how do you survive Homelander? This was a really tough one for me, since once I saw, because you haven't seen it, but once I saw the clip of him eliminate Firecracker, I was like, dang, that's kind of crazy. But I think I know why he did that. But the way to survive Homelander would be, like, in my opinion, would just be to truly get to know him. Because everyone's probably wondering, how did Butcher, why did he not eliminate Butcher in the show? Homelander doesn't kill Butcher because Homelander only likes people that truly know him and don't fear him. So the key to survive him are these four things I've come up with. Is not to challenge him, not to fear him, not to look up to him as a hero, and not to challenge him. And that's the key to survival. And if you do that, you can actually become bros, I think, in my opinion, with Homelander. Me and him would be bros, I feel like, because I'd just be like, you got this, bro. And he'd be mad. But at the same time, I feel like we'd be bros. And that being said, one way to survive him would be to change his actions. For example, if I was instead of there where Queen Maeve was during the airplane scene where the plane was going down, I forget the reason why he would tear through the thing. I'd be like, listen, bro, you got this. You're Homelander. And if you fail, and think about, even though the plane going down, your reputation won't be ruined. Guess how great, even more great, your reputation will be if you save all these people. And he'd be like, oh, that's a good point. If anything goes wrong, I'll take the blame for it. I got you, bro. And then if I try this, it doesn't work, he'll be mad or whatever. But either way, if he tries it, right, and he was right, it doesn't work, your survival would work, because you'd be like, I'll take the blame for you. I got you. Don't worry about it. Or if it does work, he looks great. Either way, he trusts you even more now, because you took the blame for him, or you helped his metrics and made his metrics and his persona better. But either way, now you established this close trust level, like almost to the point where how close he was with Black Noir in the show. And the key to surviving him and turning him into a good person is just to keep doing that, and slowly not to care about the people's persona and the reputation, and not to care about Vault's opinion, rely on your opinion, you carefully, you can slowly turn him to a person who just pretends to be a good person to an actual good person. So yeah, conclusion, how do you survive Homelander? Basically, you just have to support him like you would any other person, but when he gets angry or mad, don't keep pushing something. For example, one of the craziest things when I did this is like, there's makes no sense why he eliminated Firecracker, because she kind of conflicts with my opinion on how you would survive him. But Firecracker should have just left. If he gives you the chance to leave, or he's angry, don't push, and then you'll survive. Do that long enough, you might even be able to turn him into a good person, which would be crazy. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thanks again for watching. Like, subscribe if you want. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.